A two-alarm fire on December 8th taxed the resources on the east end of the city as Company 8 was first due in on a commercial fire. Heavy smoke coming from the roof vents and heavy fire showing from Side B greeted Captain Steve Miles and his crew.
Well, we had smoke issuing heavily from the B side and the D side. Just a lot of smoke pushing. We knew we had a lot of fire, and I knew it was running the attic. Glover wanted to come around the side of the building, which was perfect. We'd be able to pick up the hydrant, and we could see three. Actually, we saw four sides of the building, so it was perfect. But anyway, the main job was done by the ladder crew, and that was getting the people out of the building next door while we were stretching in. We stretched in from right here. We had fire above us going under the door, but we got in. I obviously called a second on the way in. Called a second one. So we got in there and got a good hit on it, but we definitely needed some help right away.
We had several people coming out of the building. We had a problem with rescue initially. We had people crawling on the ground. The smoke was so thick. Plus, we had other units coming in, so we were concerned about people getting hit by people leaving and the other fire units coming in.
What were some of the things you did?
First of all, we tried to evacuate as many people as we could. They tried to get a hand line into the building as fast as possible, and then by that point the fire was getting large enough overhead that we were trying to think defensive at the same time, so I'm trying to set up for that as well. Multiple hand lines started coming off the truck, so all we tried to do is get as many hand lines inside as possible and as quickly as possible.
Battalion Chief Paul Mach was in command.
Okay, when I first got here, there was fire that was banked down between the B and D sides, and it was really hard to tell where the fire was coming from. It looked like it was up in the attic. It was very dense black smoke, so I made a quick check with Captain Miles to see how his progression was, and he didn't give me a feeling that it was going very well, so we pulled out and made a defensive attack real quick to try to knock the body of the fire down, and then we went back in offensively and tried to mop it up.
Safety Officer Mike Gurley was on the scene and gave these observations.
Of course, the concern is roof construction on this type of building. They sound like they identified that real quick. They went defensive quick, got people out until they found out what the stability of the roof was.
Things that went right, I got an ace crew. Everybody that worked with me did their job well. Had a crackerjack pump operator, good guy in the jump seat, and an outstanding ladder crew.
The other concern was my biggest concern was the crowd, the spectators, trying to get them controlled because they wanted to get close to the building. We backed them off. Most part, all the firefighters were safe. I mean, they took care of business, and we got monitoring done. They went in and mopped up.
Actually, if you go in there with the line good enough, you let the line pull the ceilings for you. Robert, actually, we had fire was coming down on us, so it's coming right through the ceiling assembly, and you let the hose line do it, and don't stop. Just keep flowing water, you'll get it. You get in a little deeper.